Oh man, what's the craziest fan base out there? I guess that's the question because when you talk about Raider Nation, you talk about Bills Mafia, and they're in the finals, I know the question. Craziest fan base. Man, I played for four teams. Y'all know what it is. Drafted to the Buffalo Bills. Then played for the San Diego Chargers. They're not in this conversation. Then played for the Dallas Cowboys. They're going to insert themselves in this conversation. And left in Jacksonville. You in San Diego / LA Chargers. We'll talk to you guys later about other things. But let's talk about this right now because the question was asked, which crazier fan base? Raiders Nation, Bills Mafia. Ooh, check this out.
Bills Mafia, Raiders Nation.
Buffalo Bills are like middle-class America, wholesome families, and they get the Raiders and they're psychos. I mean, these people are all dressed up. It's 80 degrees out of practice. They got the paint running down their face, neck tattoos, prison tattoos. We always joke like, hey, if you got to go do some bad shit, you're going to call your cousin that's a Raiders fan because he's got your back. Bills Mafia, 75,000 people in the game. There's probably another 75,000 people that just stay in the parking lot to party.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest thing going on in the region that week is that Buffalo Bills game. So very college-like atmosphere where so many people are positive about the team and not a lot of people trying to tear down the team or create waves. They're very in unison. But it's awesome, man. Seeing Bills Mafia, I used to love the videos of them going through tables and lighting themselves on fire. And then you have Raider Nation. Raider Nation's awesome, man. Raider Nation is huge. It is
Travels
big.
too.
Raider Nation is everywhere. Two very different fan bases.
Okay. Oh my God. This is tough. I tell you it's tough because they're coming at it from two different places, right? Like one is just psychotic. Like, what's wrong with y'all? And the other one's just crazy. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you ever know somebody who's psycho? You're like, ooh, that's different. But crazy ain't too much different. They get to the same place, right? Which is insane. So I'm not going to answer it by just saying the name of the franchise. I'm going to talk through some experiences that let you know what the answer should be. Okay, so the first crazy experience I had in the NFL started in Buffalo. Story time, y'all. It's a Wednesday practice in the autumn 1997, right? Like, it's the fall of 97. We got a game, I don't know. And we going out to Wednesday practice. And you squint and you look. You said, nah, that can't be. So the way the stadium was set up, we had our stadium, Bills Stadium, Ralph Wilson Stadium back then. And then the practice facility was across this big old parking lot, right? So we walking to the practice facility. And I was like, yeah, it is. And it was a Wednesday, and I saw Winnebagos, RVs. And I'm like, what they doing? And as soon as they saw enough Buffalo Bills, it ain't hard to spot us either. We in Buffalo and we black, like 80% black people just walking in the parking lot. You know who we are. We kind of big, right? But point being, we walking and all of a sudden them RVs and them Winnebagos start opening up. Huh? It's like, what? Woo! They jump, no lie. Woo! Y'all better be ready. Y'all better be ready this week, boy. I'm gonna get them. I'm amazed. First of all, I'm amazed. The first thing was like shock, amazement. Like, what? And then I was like shocked again, like, wait a minute. It's Wednesday. He hype. He ready. It's not kickoff. It ain't Sunday 1 o'clock. He ready. It's Wednesday. And he ready. I was like, what are you ready for? And then they all were just coming out. Woo, wee, woo. Thursday. Now I know what to expect. They popping out. They would tailgate from Wednesday for a Sunday game in Buffalo. Yes, I saw it. And when I saw it, I was asking teammates. They just walking, the vets, like, yeah. Like, yeah, that's how they get down, dog. I couldn't believe it. I said, what's wrong with these people? And don't act like they got fatigued, that they turned down because they were already out there too long. Oh, no, coach. They don't get tired. By Sunday, crank that soldier boy. They was out there in them streets, ready to roar. It was wild. So that was the first thing. I was like, I ain't never seen no tailgate. And then the actual tailgate? Oh, man, stop playing. Y'all know how it turned out. Okay, now the next crazy psycho experience for me was when I was in San Diego. And it's not about the Chargers. It's the Chargers playing the Raiders. And we're at Qualcomm. So we down in San Diego. I used to live in Encinitas, Cardiff by the sea. Look at your boy from Compton. Used to live in Cardiff. Y'all know Cardiff is nice, right? Should have kept that house. I digress. So anyway, I'm going down the freeway. And you know, the craziest thing is I don't think fans really get it, but they now get it. You're traveling with a player. Like if you're going early enough, if you're trying to get your real tailgate in, oh, you're going with a player. Because we have to stay in the hotel the night before. Some teams you don't, but most teams you do. And then you go back to the crib because you only got to be there 2 hours before the game at the latest. So it's in the morning. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't know, 1 o'clock game. So I'm traveling. I'm going to be on time. I'm good. You leave way early. You know it's traffic no matter what. And all of a sudden, this traffic ain't like normal traffic. This ain't normal Southern California traffic. This is, we ain't moving. Now I'm starting to get a little nervous. I was like, I got about an hour to go, 4 minutes. And it don't look like I'm going to get there, right? So I'm looking at my watch like, God damn, looking at my Gucci, it's about that time. And I'm like, what is holding people up? So the first play is, you know, you got to play that card. I'm about to hit the shoulder, or I'm about to hit that little off ramp, ride up on that side shoulder, and I'm going to get where I got to go. If I get pulled over, officer, I ain't going to say you know who I am. I'm going to say you know where I'm going. You know, it's like, look, mama pregnant, the time the baby come out, I ain't going to say you know who I am, you pull me over. First of all, I ain't going to stop. But I'm going to say you know where I'm going, deliver this baby. So you got a ticket for that? So I wasn't tripping. But then I got to the shoulder, I couldn't even go. I was like, what the hell? The shoulder is crowded. You can't move nowhere, no lanes. It's Raider game. Finally, maneuver a little bit. Finally, get a little vision. Guess what I saw? These fools are fools. I saw a truck fully parked in the middle of the freeway with all the doors open. What's that? The hatch in the back open. And guess what these dudes were doing? Barbecuing. I literally saw them have, like, it was flames. It was a barbecue pit right there. And they were chilling. Worse than that. So I'm like, it can't get worse than that. I was like, did he just set up real quick, or has he been there? Or like, and I'm laughing now. Like, that's a good reason to be stuck in traffic. This is like I'm gonna start barbecuing. Raider fan, of course. It ain't no Charger fans. We're more civilized. So Raider fan barbecuing. Next thing I know, I see the homie, because he got to be related to this fool. Homie just sitting there, center divider, peeing right there in the center divider. Now, that ain't too crazy to me, because that's what I do sometimes, but not center divider. But he in the middle of the freeway just yeah. And they rocking out. Don't ask me what happened after that, because I had to peel out and just get my way, because I didn't want to be late. Woo, you know how much they fine you if you late? They fine you a grip if you late to the stadium on game day. But worse, your teammates looking at you like, you ready? You want to play today? Like, they don't even say it. They just be like, oh, okay. Right? So point being, I got there. But that was the second time I was like, yo, that's wild. Here's another one that's crazy. Well, that same like year or maybe the year after, they had a big stabbing. That ain't nothing. That's just psycho. They had a big stabbing in the crowd. I remember that. Yellow jackets everywhere. Somebody got stabbed in the stadium. That was wild. But let me insert one story in here, one fan base that people don't give enough credit to. It's gonna sound like I got pom-poms for Jerry Jones once again, but them damn Cowboys. We talk about Steelers. We talk about the Raiders, how they travel. We know it. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Them Cowboys, the size matters. There are so many Cowboys fans. I mean, if you had to line them all up, it almost is double the size of any other fan base. Has to be. And I know some women say size doesn't matter, and some itty-bitty men say it too, but it matters. The Cowboys, Lord, every school visit I go to and talk about Project Transition, every kid, Cowboy, you play for the Cowboy, you play for the Cowboy, you play for the Cowboy, no. Don't even know. I had 3 sacks for the Cowboys. They're like, oh my God, you play for the Cowboys. Cowboys insane. To the point, all players are used to somebody sending them a drink. Thank you. Back then we took the drink, and now, shit. I want none of that Molly or whatever you put in there. You ain't gonna drug me up. Nope, no fentanyl for me. So thanks for the drink. If I don't see the bartender pouring it, nope, don't send me no drinks. Thanks for the food. You know, people still, hey, bills on us. Go get them Sunday. You know what I mean? You do that. But here's one I haven't seen. I was at the gas station when I first got to Dallas. I was like, you know, let me get a fill up on 7. Mm-hmm. And I pull up. I got my car. I don't know what I was driving in. Got it. Right, probably Ferrari. I'm doing too much. So I'm doing this. And then, you cowboy, you wildin'? I love when people ask, why are you asking if I'm me? Either you know I'm me or you just in disbelief that I am actually here. But let's go back to the beginning. You know it's me. And if you don't know it's me, I'm not going to say, yes, it's me, because I don't want to be bothered. Like, for real. Like, hey, are you Eddie Murphy? No one ever said that, right? So you kind of know I'm Marcel's Wally. And even if you don't, I'm not going to say, yes, I am, because then it's like, why would I want to just go and do all that? You walking up to you, just calling you people you ain't. It's kind of a weird thing with me. I always say, if you don't know who I am not him, right? Anyway, I was like, yeah, because he was like, you can't, Marcel's Wiley. And I was like, yeah, that's not asking if I'm Marcel's Wiley. So then all of a sudden the dude was like, oh, he's like, this year, man, I'm telling you, all the new acquisitions like you, we gonna be special. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, we ain't had practice yet, but I guess we gonna be good. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, my hip probably on fire already. I'm already going downhill. He don't know. I'm hurt. And this is a small gesture, but it meant a lot to me. So I did the fill up and then to go back in, and the guy was like, the guy got your gas. And I was like, got my gas? I was like, gas? What? He's like, yeah, he filled up your tank, he got your gas. I was like, oh. Then I was like, well, while we at it, let me get some of these Cheetos up in here. And then they got some Cheeto stuff. He's like, yeah, the guy got whatever you need. And the guy was so nice. And that just showed me, I was like, dog, the only way to show a player love is not to scream and yell and just be like, oh my God, you know, not to be psycho, not to pee on the side of the road, you know what I mean? Not to barbecue, not to do all those type of things and just scream. Sometimes it's just like simple, hey, nice to meet you. Hey, I'm looking out for you. Whatever it may be, is a lot of different ways fan bases show their love. And I thought that was pretty dope because nobody ever bought me gas before. Like, right? It was unique. I will give the Kansas City Chiefs an honorable mention in this one. If you ever drive into Arrowhead and you drive down that little road, get to that damn tailgate where it's all red shirts and nothing but barbecue smoke on Elwood. Woo! That's hype. And there's no louder stadium than Arrowhead. So that's dope. Honorable mention. But y'all give me y'all craziest fan base stories. I want to hear some stories in them comments. Beat it up in the comments. Let us talk through this. But I would have to say, let me just give you an answer. Mafia. Raiders. Bills Mafia. I would say the Mafia is the craziest fan base. Why? Because the Raiders are in costume and they know it. I've walked through a Raider game before. I went up to Oakland Coliseum before, and players and, you know, saying what's up to them. Then I walked through, you know, I'm up in there sitting in my section, and crazy costume, like psycho looking. Oh, F you. Oh, man, what? Boo, Chargers suck. Yeah. Hey, man, can I get a selfie? Like, remember, it's Halloween. Like, can I have some candy? You know what I mean? That's how they are. The Raider fan base does not scare me. They are all normal, cool dudes and gals, but they act crazy. But they just acting. Don't forget that. So beat up in the comments. Let me know what your craziest fan base is. Blah, 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 blah.